Sorry guys, I've just realised everyone's going to be telling me sound's gone. Sorry guys. Embarrassing. 2 minutes of absolute waffle with no one listening. Can you all hear me now? Just let me know. I'm sure you'll be able to. Just quickly, yeah. I'm getting text messages. We're on mute. Can you hear me now? Right, okay, you can hear me now. Sorry everyone. I shouldn't be on this live tonight, right? So it's been a bit of a disaster. In the last hour, 2 lots of internet here has gone down. So I'm just going to quickly check my settings to make sure I'm on the right microphone and stuff like that. Yeah, I am. So that's all right. Okay. So basically, the internet's just gone down on me. We've got a bit of a sort of windstorm tonight. So I don't know whether that's affecting it at all. It's quite blowy out there. Things are blowing about a little bit. And one of my internets have gone down completely. It's been down for, God knows, 7 or 8 hours. So I went on to Starlink and that was only showing 17 meg. Normally I get 300 meg. So there we go. Sorry about that, everyone. I had the microphone on mute. Let's get rid of that annoying thing down the bottom. Get rid of that. There you go. Right. Let's have a little look into the live chat. Thank you very much. We're all very good here. Right, you can hear me now. So now you're gonna have to bear with me and see if this works earlier. Earlier on today, it came up on my Facebook memories. So it was a year ago today that I think I gave myself loads of headaches when I travelled back with young Tommy on the flight from Alicante to Luton. And we come through the airport. And it's come up on my memories today. So it was obviously a year ago today. Let's see if I can add this to the screen. Bear with me if this goes wrong. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. There is hope yet. There is hope yet. Let me get rid of that. Let me just get rid of that comment. Right. So I don't know whether you can read that. I wonder if I can make that bigger and make me smaller. So it was a year ago today. If you look at the date up the top there, it's the 21st of October last year. And basically we come back. And this is where I think I had problems bringing attention to myself in the UK. Let's have a little look. Scroll that down for a second. See if you can hear what Tommy had to say when he got there. No, we can't. Right, let's try. No, we're not doing too well here, are we? Hold on. Why is that not working? Eh? Why is that not working? Hold on. Aha, I've got it. Right.
Expected to be detained. I'm very grateful that Ezra's flown here, yeah? He's got to fly straight back now, hasn't he? Cheers, man. He's flown here and come to my rescue for my lawyers to set us up so that we've actually got a fight. The fight's on. I expected to be doing this from a prison cell. I can't believe it, if I'm honest. I thought they'd detained me. Now, I did have a meeting with the police this week, and I asked the police if I've got a problem when I get right back. The meeting was with the London police about the event on Saturday. They said, we hope not, Tommy, because we need you on Saturday. Yeah? They're expecting 100,000 plus people on Saturday. Maybe the mood is they don't want them in an angry mood. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday. If you're watching, keep your eyes on London on the 26th of October. We are going to demonstrate to the entire world how you, all of you, ordinary people, need to get up off your sofas. We need to send a message to the tyrants in power. You're not taking our speech, not about a fight.
There you have it, guys. I will get rid of that now. Let's just bring myself back on the studio. Yes, I hope you could hear that. But yes, we flew back a year ago today, and I think that was the problem that highlighted myself to the authorities. And then when I come back in April, obviously I got some serious treatment at the airport. But there you have it. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop on tonight. I've seen a few interesting things, obviously. We're now getting towards Christmas and they've already started the Christmas turkey with trimmings. So there you go. I mean, that's obviously Tesco's, I would say. I'll just see that on the internet earlier. Wow, we're only in October. We're over 2 months away, aren't we, from Christmas, and they're already starting. And I think this has been on offer. I snapshotted that over a week ago. So, yeah, there you go. Sharon, I know you're probably, I think you're vegan or vegetarian, so you can't expect you to be enjoying that one. Now, this is another thing. Have anyone seen this now? It's not just calories. It's not just calories and, you know, you now get a carbon score when you're eating a sandwich. Look at that. Carbon score of 8.1%. That's your carbon footprint. What it's costing the environment for you to eat that sandwich. Talk about put you off the sandwich. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just thought I'd highlight that. We're just going to have a light one tonight, all right? £1,000, right? If you was given £1,000 today, right, you can't spend it on bills. You can't spend it on your mortgage or your rent. You've been given £1,000 in your bank today. What would you do with the money? I just wanted to see your comments, what people would do if you was given £1,000 today. So you can spend it on yourself, you can spend it on a loved one, you can spend it on family, you can go on holiday with it, whatever, but you can't spend it on bills. Just out of interest, someone asked me this the other day, if I had, it was more than 1,000, but let's say £10,000, what I would do with £10,000 right now. But £1,000, I'll look in your comments in a minute, so just get typing away. Let's have a little look. So, I don't know whether everyone saw the video I put up on the car the other day. It's been a real dilemma, and I've had a lot of comments and a lot of, people giving me positive comments and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And I've got to the decision tonight that I'm going to bite the bullet and I am going to keep the car. So, if anyone hasn't seen that, make sure you go and have a little look at it. Basically, when I brought the McLaren over from the UK, there's lots of people saying they would do it to dog and cat rescues. £1,000. Anyway, we'll come back to your comments in a minute. When I brought the car over, you have to go through the process of matriculating it over to Spanish registration. It's getting tougher and tougher as you go along. So it went for its ITV, which is to pass its test, roadworthy test. That was, I think, back in February. And it's been held back and held back. Normally it takes, after that ITV test, normally it takes 2 weeks. Well, we're 9 months down the road and the tax authorities have pulled it. And basically I've got I paid a certain amount of tax when I come over. I paid over €10,000 in tax to put the car on the road. And they've now said that they're not going to accept it. They'll refund the 10,000 or I have to pay an additional €12,000. So the total tax to bring it over was €22,000. Which is absolutely ridiculous. But there you have it, right? It's for nothing as well. You don't actually see anything for it, do you? You don't see a new set of wheels on your car, or someone comes around to valet your car for it. It's just tax. Well, someone's put there, give it to Starmer. Well, look, it's a Spanish tax. I mean, I can't blame the UK for it, that's for sure. But I've decided to bite the bullet and keep it. I'd already paid a chunk of it. And I had some money set aside for my taxes in the end of January in the UK. So I'm going to use a good chunk of that to come over and I'm going to bite the bullet and keep the car. As stupid as that sounds to people, there you have it. Let's go into some of your comments about what people would do with the £1,000. Let's start from the top. Family. Sheila says family. I take it that means you would give it to your family. That's very kind of you. Premium bonds. Katie, a great place to put it because you can always bring it back out if you want to. Obviously, the only thing with premium bonds, they're not inflation proof. So if you in the 1970s bought £100 of premium bonds, which would have been a lot of money back then, it's not really a lot of money now, is it? £100 with inflation year after year. I see something the other day. I think the actual pound itself has devalued by 99.4% since the late 1700s. So basically, it's completely devalued. It's worthless compared to a couple of 100 years ago, 300 years ago, whatever it was. But that's for another video. New shoes for my little girl. Joanne, that's amazing, mate. Got to invest. JB, I would go along with that. Maybe I should have said don't invest it, but you've got to spend it on yourself. But okay, I'll go, yeah, okay, invest it. Yeah, that's fair enough. Animal charities, now that's quite popular there, Maureen. Buy a JBL Boombox 4. That sounds like a good idea, Darren. Buy gold. I'm going to be honest with you, that's probably what I would do right now. Gold has had a big dip today. I'm going to have a quick check on my phone now. And I'm going to see what it's at. When I looked earlier, it was around 6% down today. So I'm just opening up my internet on my phone. I've had to disconnect it from the internet because I wanted to make sure that I had decent, and that's why it's going so slow, because I'm on 3G. I'll let that come up in a minute. But yeah, buy gold. I'm going along with that. I think that's a great little investment at the moment. Give it to my kids. Lawrence, you're lucky kids. Dog and cat rescue. Grandchildren. 1,000. I can't actually get onto the internet because my internet's so bad. I'm going to have to log on to the Wi-Fi quickly. Let's try that again, shall we? Right, we're on it now. Okay, so gold right now is 5.1% down. So, yeah, it's come back a little bit. I mean, not great, but 5% down I think is one of the worst drops it's ever seen in one day. So, I don't know whether that's a... I don't think so. I still think gold is incredibly strong. It's been followed by silver as well. That's 6.9% down at the moment. It's funny at the moment, the markets. We're in very uncertain times, guys. We really are. Put it towards a watch. Tim, man after my own heart. I would as well, mate. That's not a bad shout. Driving lessons for Angelina. Buy for the grandchildren. There's a lot of people. Do you know what? There's a lot of generous people on here. They wouldn't go out and buy something for themselves. Carbon score for Starmer. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Ezra been reporting on Dublin riots tonight. He was attacked and knocked to the ground. Hope he's okay. I've not heard anything about that, unfortunately. I've sort of been a little bit out of the loop at the moment. I've got my son over at the moment, and obviously I've been spending a lot of time with him. That's why I've been a little bit quiet on my channel, guys, just to let you know. Buy my dog's new beds and 2 big bones to gnaw on. There you go. UK government's going to restrict your carbon footprint on your spending, monitored by the bank's foods that are bad for you is going to be restricted. Gianni, how are you, mate? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. Stephen would spend it on his kids. I'd leave it there for emergencies, car breakdown, washing machine defunct. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Mary, to be fair. But you were supposed to spend it on yourself. You're not really allowed to spend it on bills. Do you remember? I said you can't spend it on bills. That would technically be a bill, wouldn't it? How are you, Sammy? How's your charity work going, Danny? Well, we're waiting for the Christmas tree now to go up in the restaurants. And obviously the little tags go on the tree. Someone will go and take them. So it starts again. Basically, we've done a big round of stuff that's gone there. That's essential everyday stuff for the charity. And now we're going to be doing the Christmas one as well. And then we'll be looking into it after that. Buy chocolate. Stephanie's going to buy £1,000 worth of chocolate. Buy my Christmas presents for my family. Give it to Starmer. Well, one way or another, he'll probably end up with it. I'll spend it on my grandkids and spoil them. Sharon, well done. There's a lot of generous people on here, aren't there? Go somewhere warm and happy. All about counts today, Danny. Yeah. Yep. Memories and stuff. I think I would put it into gold, Dan. Yeah, Luke, I'll go along with that, mate. That's investing quite wisely, in my opinion. What's the part of chaps my arse? That's the part. What? That's the part that chaps my arse. I'm out of the loop with that one, mate. Oh, 1,000. Some would go to the food bank. Treats for families like the bread. Do you know what? There's so many decent people on this channel. There really is. I'd give my 1,000 to the local flag guys. Say about that. I'd buy a crematorium plaque for my mum who died in April. Sorry to hear that, Wenders. £600 for 10 years, so we're saving bit by bit for it. Well, I hope you get there, mate. That's a very important way of spending the money. Hide it for an emergency. Yeah, fair enough. Come and get pie and mash, Danny. Oh, don't. Pie and mash. What I would do with that now. What I would do with that. I am in the process. I've got a friend, he's actually watching tonight, that's helping me out. We've got some legal letters going over to the UK to find out what's going on with what happened to me back in April. So I'm hoping that soon I might be able to come back to the UK. Obviously, I can't really broadcast it, but yeah. And at the moment, everything's quite private and confidential because obviously the letters are between the establishment and myself. There's one already gone and been replied to. There's 2 more going out in the very near future. Gold, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, today ain't a bad time. Do you know what? I think tomorrow you'll find it'll reverse. It'll go up. It won't go up 6%, but it will go up maybe 1.5%. It's not, I mean, there's been people on the internet saying today that it's going to, like, gold's crashing. It's not crashing, is it? It's a small correction. That's all it is. It can't keep going up at 2 or 3% a day. It can't do it. So it has to sometimes level out and come down a little bit, and then it regathers strength. Obviously, if it comes down a little bit, people will think there's a bit of a bargain. They'll put their money into it, and away you go. Don't give it to charity. Buy them something. Fair enough. Glad you kept the car. I saw your video about the money it was costing. I'll tell you what, Maureen, it's absolutely despicable, right? But like I've said before, I don't smoke. I hardly drink. I don't gamble. My day-to-day living, it comes across probably a bit mad, but my day-to-day living is actually really, really cheap. I eat a lot of the food from the restaurant because, you know, everything has an expiry date in our restaurant. We won't sell it if it's not perfect. So Sophie will bring it back, or I'll go to the restaurant and I'll bring it back, and that's food for the next couple of days. So our shopping's very, very little. I've got a saltwater swimming pool, which I've said before. So it's about £30 a year to keep the pool. I've got solar, which, you know, keeps my electricity bills down. My council tax in Spain is not a lot of money. So this is where, you know, it levels out for me. It's just my expenses. It's one of them things that I have to just take on the chin if I want to keep it, and I do want to keep it. So take it to Stringfellows. There you go, mate. That would be a wild, mind you. It probably wouldn't last long, would it? BITU. I would give 1,000. I would give 1,000 it to my beautiful children you're supporting. Danny, can you share a link so that they can all donate pounds for the children? I'm more than happy to put a link up, mate. Just smile and say hello. Put it in the comments and I will highlight it for you. No problem at all. Oh, sorry, I'm with you now. Right, okay. Do you know what? I'm really tired, as you can probably see by my red eyes. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to need to turn that light down a little bit as well, aren't I? I look like orange in this, and I'm really not. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Right. There isn't an online availability for it at the moment. It's a very, very small charity that's run by one lady in her sort of late 70s. So there's not really a way of donating, I'm afraid. I will speak to her in the new year and see if we can set up some sort of direct. It's all a local charity. That's where it is. It's for the local children, to where the restaurants are, and the local port. It covers that area, so you can't actually donate online at this moment. I mean, that's crazy, I know, but she's not, and she doesn't want to make it too big. It supports, I think it was 108 or 116 kids or whatever it was, and she said she can't really take on any more because she hasn't got the time to do it. So little steps, and I will speak to her probably after Christmas. Once we've done this Christmas appeal for the kids, then that would be amazing. Evening, peeps. Sorry I'm late, sir. Apologies. No problems, Trey. You're here now. Evening, Danny and chat. I bought a homeless person a coffee. They poured it out and used it cup to beg me for money. Wow. It's pretty ungrateful, right? Buy a 1964 Transit for £1,000. Must be a bit of a tatty old one for that. I don't think you'll get much for £1,000, would you? Danny, if I could invest in Apple shares, what about if you'd invested some years ago in Apple shares? They would have done well. Gold has topped or will will top soon as capital rotates into Bitcoin to complete the bull run. I live off this stuff. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So basically, there's a lot of talk that the governments have been putting money into gold and forcing the price of gold up. Obviously, then that will peak. They will then borrow money against that gold and then invest it into crypto, which would then hopefully force that up as well. Let's see what happens with that. It's all a bit up in the air, but I still think gold's going to hit higher than where it has been. I see before the end of the year, I see $4,500. That's just a total personal take on this. That's by no way any type of financial advice at all. I just see gold still got some way to go yet. Paul's in the chat. I didn't see that till just now. If Joanne's little girl needs new shoes, I'd like to buy them. Please get in touch, Joanne. Evening, Danny, and chat. There you go, Paul. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're still in the chat. It started off a bit of a disaster tonight. You would have been laughing. Pay my gas bill. It's £800. I can't believe it. Wow. And you're going into winter. I don't want to put a dampener on that, but you've got to try and get on top of that one as quick as you can. Set up a little direct debit over the next few months. See if you can bring that down, mate. A lot of people are saying hi, Paul. Are you going back into boxing, Danny? Do you know what? I still haven't with my arm. It's still bad. I keep saying I'm going to go this week. Now I've got my son over. I've not been this week so far. It was today. The next one's Thursday, but I'm probably going to start maybe next week. See how it goes. Very kind of you, Paul. It really is. Not very or veggie or vegan. Just don't like turkey. I like mince pie and mash. Oh, please stop talking about mince pies. Absolutely love a bit of pie and mash and stuff. Hi, Paul. That's so kind. Hola, Paul. A 10-year-old girl has been in Dublin, Ireland by a migrant. Hi, Paul. Paul Thorpe, what a lovely gesture. Paul, thank you. You are a diamond. There you go. Joanne, I don't know how you can get in touch with Paul. Obviously, you can't put numbers up here. Paul, if you're still watching, mate, chuck your email on there. Or maybe you could do, when Paul's next got a phone-in on his show, maybe you could just give him a quick call and say you was the lady that was talking about on the on Danny's show. We will donate when we can. Cheers, Sammy. Hi, Danny. Very nice to see you. What's property doing in Spain? Looking at buying something. Is it a good time? Property seems to be increasing in all areas in Spain at the moment. Now, I do believe that is slightly down to what's going on in the UK. There's a lot of people in the UK that are not happy, and they can sell their property in the UK and buy a greater property here or a sort of smaller property here and have quite a little bit in reserve for living off. So I put a lot of that down to the way the world is at the moment. People are sort of thinking more about leaving the UK now, and but it's not an easy thing to do. If you're talking about coming over here permanently, as Paul will testify if he's still in the chat, there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of rigmarole to go through. But the property market here seems to be pretty strong, I'm going to be honest. Holiday to Benidorm. There you go, Tony. You're going to pop over to Paul's area. He's not quite in Benidorm, but he's not a million miles away. Wenders. I'd spend it on myself and pamper myself, treat myself to some clothes and perfume because it would be a treat to me. Absolutely, mate. Shouldn't feel guilty about treating yourself, you know. A lot of decent people, but also virtual signalers. I'd give £1,000 to you for that kiddies charity near you. Gianni, that is very generous, my friend. That is very generous. I've put some money in already and I've not stopped. So I will be supporting this charity continuously. It's not a one-off thing, and we'll get there with it. That would be amazing, Danny. I'd put it towards a Birkin bag for my beloved. That'll probably buy you the price tag, mate. That ain't going to go very far of a Birkin bag, is it? £1,000 weekend in Benidorm again. God, blimey, mate. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sammy. We saw the state of you last time. Paul will remember that as well. Walking along side to side, not in a straight line. Thank you, Sharon Ray. Sell the car and buy Sophie a Birkin. But right, I'm going to just move along from that one. Just going to block farty pants now. Hi, Paul. Nice one, mate. Invest in yourself. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. Has Paul agreed to play the pigeon game yet? Paul, if you're still on the chat, mate, he's probably not, to be fair. He probably won't still be in the chat, but we're going to do the pigeon game. If you haven't seen that, it was on the last live I've done, or maybe the live before. I can't remember. Absolutely brilliant. You've got to watch that. Evening, Paul. Hi, Danny. I gave food to a homeless guy who decided to shout at me and said he wants money, not food. I wished him well. Addiction is a terrible thing. Sammy, you're probably right, mate. That's what he wanted it for. Cigarettes or worse. Pay the rest when they've emptied the bank in the transit. £1,000 would be a godsend to many people. It would indeed. Wouldn't it be a nice windfall if the lottery would just turn around and say, right, there's going to be no winners for the next 3 weeks. Everyone's got to buy a £1 lottery ticket or whatever they are now. I don't do the lottery. £2, whatever they are, £2.50. And we're going to give everyone £1,000. Well, mind you, it would be too much money, wouldn't it? Hi, Paul. Hope you're okay. Enjoyed the live stream last night. I was supposed to be on that live stream, guys, but I'm trying to steer clear a little bit of the political stuff, as you know. How's Bitcoin doing? It did dip down quite massively recently. The whole of the market's been all over the place for the last week or so. It's come back a little bit, but it's not great. I'm going to be honest with you. It's positive today. It's over $110,000 at the moment. But that can change. It can be 100,000 by the morning. XRP was doing all right earlier, and that seems to have tapered off a little bit now. I mean, it's not terrible. Ethereum's below 4,000. Gold's 4,125. You've got some other ones. Ape's doing all right. That's a cryptocurrency. I won't bore you all, guys. But Bitcoin's, look, again, not financial advice because I'm not qualified to give anyone that. But in my personal opinion, I don't think Bitcoin's even started yet. That's going to be a big thing in the future. The longer they print money, which they do all the time, to, help out, shall we say, Bitcoin will continuously go up. Get a headstone for my mum and dad. Lost mum September. She could never afford to have put one up for my dad. Jackie, that's sad, mate. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. Similar thoughts, Danny. Paul, you champion. Evening all. I'm listening in the... Oh, God. Paul, whatever you do... Should we send Paul a link to come on the channel? Paul Thorpe, your live cam still streaming. Brilliant, mate. Yeah, he's got this new setup, Paul, hasn't he? So you can actually dial in now to his live. So if you see a live, the lives where he sort of says, it's a dial up, where you can call up the show, you can actually phone. One thing I would say is when he's on the phone, try not to call until it's coming to the end of that call, because he gets the call waiting bleep on there, which he can't seem to get rid of for some reason. Trying to work on a way to do it, but I don't know whether he's done that yet. How's your dad, Danny? He's okay. He's probably watching, I would say. He's doing okay. I spoke to him today. He's doing all right. Can't beat pie mash. It's my favourite food in the world, Joanne. If I was a billionaire and I could afford anything in the world, nothing would go in front of pie mash. Nothing. I'd prefer to eat in a pie mash shop in Romford more than I'd want to eat in La Gavroche in London. That's just me. Lots of support there for Paul. I think Paul has got Snapchat. It will be Paul Thorpe of some description. Sorry, Paul, I don't know that. Paul's in the path. I'm a little bit behind in the chat, guys, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm on 10:54, and what are we now? Blimey, I'm 7 minutes behind. Sorry, guys. Paul Thorpe, that's too much information. Paul playing with his rubber. Oh, God. Right. Hi, Glenn. Paul, I'm a bit concerned that you're watching me in your bath. That's quite scary. Did you know Sarah's channel has got 1,700 subscribers now? Yes, if you haven't subscribed to Sarah's channel yet, I believe it's Sarah White. I believe. I think it is. I've probably completely cocked that up now, haven't I? It might not be. Oh, Paul, don't wash too quickly. Easy fella. My son gone to Canada and it's not all plain sailing. Mostly moving abroad really isn't. It can be really tough, to be fair. He had a tough time. Danny, is your fan on? Can hear something tapping noise. Yes, it is. Let me turn it down. It's actually been 31 degrees here today. So, yeah, hopefully that should have stopped it. I've knocked it down from 4 to 1. Wenders certainly is feel I've not completed in the bath. The pigeon game sent back to my 2 boys. The pair of them were in tears. Do you know what? That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. You've got to watch it on the live stream I've done. I think it was the last live stream I've done. You've got to watch it. It is hilarious. How's your dad? Hope he comes for Christmas, as Starmer might be cutting the winter fuel benefits this year again. Wouldn't put it past him, would you? He might be out for Christmas. It's going to have to be booked closer to the time, guys. Sorry to be a pain. I have said that before, because his health goes up and down a little bit at the moment, and sometimes he has to be sort of fairly close to home for the doctors, etc. Don't give a flying F about carbon footprint crap. It is a fallacy. It really is. Jackie Rubber Ducky. It's like 0898. No, it's a Spanish number. You're talking about on Paul's channel there. It's a Spanish number. It is just a normal telephone number, but I think there's talk about that changing over to a UK number. But that's for Paul to explain, not for me. Ezra's been injured in Ireland. Well, we've heard that he's been knocked to the ground. I hope he's okay. Lovely fella, Ezra. He was on that flight that I was talking about earlier as well. He was with us when we flew back. Check out the savings bond in Norway. It gives Norwegians 340k. I take it you're talking about Norwegian money there. I feel so guilty, but like Danny said, we'll get there. We will. Thanks, Danny. Even the paperwork has got to be better than living in fear in the UK. Never thought I'd say that. A lot of paperwork though as well. Wouldn't it be nice if the UK just went back to how it was? I don't know, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Wouldn't it be nice? What a place that was. Can someone tell me what's so special about a Birkin bag? No. I'm not telling you what's so special about it in case Sophie sees it. There's nothing special about it. It is a leather bag. At the end of the day, it's a leather bag, right, with a huge price tag. And when I say huge, I mean absolutely ridiculous. You have to have the bag serviced. Who would service a bloody handbag? I love pie and mash too. It was my favourite. I'm going to phone into Paul when I've not rushed in from work looking a complete mess. You don't have, with the phone in, you haven't got to actually have a video camera on. So you can hide behind your phone there, Sharon. No problem. Hi, Danny. Late tonight, been watching the coverage from Ireland. I've not seen it, Geordie Lass, but I will take a look afterwards. Danny, my son told me today he's looking at taking his family to New Zealand. I gave him my blessing. What can you say at the moment? Because this is where it's all going wrong, isn't it? If you're not going together as a whole family unit. I couldn't live in the UK no more. And I'm going back a few years now because I saw a lot of this coming. I couldn't live in the UK. I wasn't happy. So I left for that reason. I've not been happy in the UK for many years, to be fair. But that's the problem, isn't it? Because obviously your son's now going to New Zealand, which is the other side of the bloody world, isn't it? Let's face it. But you want the best for your kids, but then you don't get to see them as much. I know we've got FaceTime. I know we've got, WhatsApp. It's not quite the same, is it? It's not quite the same. I've found that with my dad, to be honest. Broadsword calling Danny boy. Sarah White 85. There you go. So that's Sarah's channel. If you want to follow her, we're trying to get her subs up. She's on 1,700. It would be nice if some people from this channel, there's 127 people watching right now. If you could all give me a thumbs up, and then after the stream's finished, just jot that down at Sarah White 85. Give her a follow. That would be much appreciated. Cookies, pie and mash, Dan. Yeah, I've heard of cookies, pie and mash, but I like Robin's pie and mash. There's a few of them about, and I'm a really big fan of them. You must type at Sarah White to find her. I'll put up a link. Have you had any updates on Sophie's health, if that's not too nosy of me? Tina, it's not too nosy at all, actually. Yeah, she's had another scan and she's got another... they're saying by the end of the year it will all be rectified, whatever's going on. So hopefully... She's got a little bit going on at the moment. She's working a lot as well, which is a little bit time consuming for her at the moment. But she's running around. She's in bed now. Absolutely shattered all the time, but we've only got another week or so of that. We've got a lot of staff on holidays at the moment, and she is covering the staff. Like I say, guys, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. There you go. There's Sarah's channel. Subscribe to Sarah's channel last night during the live stream she did with Paul and Richard at Sarah White 85. There you go, guys. Here is a link to Sarah's White. I think that was the one we put up just a second ago. Ezra got attacked by the police. Okay, Chris, thank you for letting us know that. I didn't know. I've not seen anything on there at all. Well, allegedly, he was pepper sprayed. Now, Ezra's not a violent person at all. And he's got a fairly big media channel, hasn't he? So I don't understand why unless it was pepper spraying someone else and he's caught the back of it. But I haven't seen it, so I can't say. Mate, Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols says the same about pie mash. The most he ever had was 9 pies in one day. Well, I've never done that, Glenn, but I have had 4. I've had 4 pies and 2 mash. That's the most I've ever eaten at a pie mash. And that was absolutely ridiculous. I've wobbled out. I didn't walk out. Handbag MOT. Yes, that's what you have to do with the Birkins, I'm afraid. My throat's a little bit dry tonight, guys, so I'm trying to stay lubricated, shall we say. Where was Ezra when he was attacked? I've not seen it, guys, so I can't answer that. Service to handbag. Hope it comes with a purse. It doesn't come with anything, mate. All it comes with is a credit card that's going to kill you for the rest of your life. I never thought I'd admit I'd leave my home country. There's a lot of people doing it, Grammy, mate. There's a lot of people doing it at the moment. New Zealand is just the same. My brother lives there. I've heard that New Zealand and Australia as well. High farty pants. One of my mates worked in Manzi's pie and mash shop in Bermondsey. Got it free every day for lunch. Wow. Wow, they could pay me in pie and mash if I worked in a pie and mash shop. I wish I could go back to 1990. I would have a Ford Escort Mark II for £100, sell for £1,000 now. Do you know what? If only we knew then what we know now. Ezra is reporting from Ireland about an attack on a girl. So yes, it seems like he was reporting and somehow come to some harm there. Crammy came back 28 years abroad. Can't believe what I've come back to. Looking to move out. Carol in Dublin reporting on the riots. He got knocked to the ground. He looked okay, just shocked and dazed. Hope he's all right. Armet's number 1. I take it that's for pie and mash, mate. You're so right. FaceTime is not the same, mate. My son in Canada, and I miss him so much, mate. I can imagine that, Glenn. That is horrible. I know my dad misses me, and I miss my dad as well. I miss not seeing my kids, although my son is here at the moment. I miss not seeing my daughter so much. And obviously this situation that I had with what happened in April has sort of hindered my return to the UK for a little while, which I'm trying to sort out now with the help of a friend. Danny, now to me, the UK, since Dharma has got to number 10, is a toilet. A lot of people are thinking this way, mate. Sammy Richards, it's very sad and must hurt you to see it. Ezra's been pepper sprayed. Sorry, guys, I'm only picking up this. I'm still a little bit behind with the chat. That sounds good for Sophie and all of you. I hope so, Maureen. Let's hopefully that will be all sorted. Danny, any more signs of your place being haunted? No, Angelina, we've had nothing at all apart from Sophie. She haunts me daily. New Zealand, Australia and Canada, no different to the UK. What's going on? It's a worldwide Agenda 2030, isn't it? Let's be honest. Ireland's kicking off. Sorry, guys, I've not seen anything about it at all. Truthfinder says, hello, I'm sorry I'm late. You're here now, mate. They were pepper spraying people filming. He got attacked. I saw it was Tusi. I take it you saw it on Tusi's channel, Mayor's channel. 11 pies and 3 mashed Jason's eaten. Wow. I'd end up in hospital with that much. GB News reporter Dougie was also attacked, he said, by the police with a shield. Okay. I've not seen any of this, guys, so apologies. The police are pepper spraying everyone in Dublin and water cannons. I'm in absolute shock. Came back for grandchildren. Wish they would all move to 20 years and I don't recognise a single thing. I don't recognise a single thing since I've been here. I haven't even been here 5 years yet. Ezra was outside the hotel. Oh, Danny, Sophie's working so hard. She deserves that bag. She needs to work a bit harder to get that bag, mate, I tell you. She can service the bag and you can service your McLaren. Yeah, don't give her any ideas, mate, please. Danny, you need a food challenge for your restaurant. 6 huge pies and a ton of mash. We do have a restaurant challenge. I can't put it up while I'm on a live now, but I have had it on a previous live. It's huge. It's served on a platter because it's too big. It's a breakfast. And it comes out in a huge tray. And it's 4 of everything. It's not impossible, but it's quite challenging. 4 toast, 4 sausage, 4 eggs, 4 hash browns, 4 bacon, mushrooms, tomatoes, black puddings, beans. But it's massive. It is massive. Sammy Richards, I hope you find peace somewhere. There you go. There's a load of hellos there from Truthfinder. I've been watching Ireland and they were pepper spraying everyone loads of times. West Side Hotel, Dublin, 10-year-old girl. Yeah, I've heard that there's been an attack on a young child by a individual. And I think that's what's causing this to kick off. I worked in a pie mash and got nothing for free. Oh, you worked in the wrong one, mate. You worked in the wrong one. We definitely will, just not sure if to sell up and go or keep the house here for what. Right. So you got obviously 2 different ways of doing it, haven't you? You can rent your house out there and go and rent a place, you know, that's cheaper. I mean, if you go to Spain, the rents are considerably cheaper than, certainly in the outer areas. Not, you know, if you're going somewhere like Barcelona or Madrid, you're going to pay higher prices. But if you're just in general Spain, in general, the prices are a lot less. So you could rent your house out in the UK. Obviously, bear in mind that would be subject to tax. But after that, you could then rent a place in Spain. That would probably help towards, or probably pay, depending where you are, but it'd probably pay most of your bills as well, to be fair. And then obviously, if you didn't like it, you're not stuck, are you? And you could go back to, you could give them notice in the house that you're renting and you could go back. Stop talking about pie mash. Yeah, I know, Steffi, I'll tell you what I would do for a pie mash now. Anyway, let's cross the fingers for some good change. Let's hope so. Lots of hellos tonight. The Irish are great until you piss them off. We're with you, Ireland. My only brother lives in Australia. They are having problems too. It's a worldwide problem, mate. Danny, Sophie is a very strong lady. She will fight and come out 100% in good health. I'm sure she will. She's a bit of a Bit of a trooper, old Soph. Nothing of her, but she's a proper trooper. I think everywhere seems to be having problems. I completely agree. Tusi put a video up on Ireland, so that's where you've seen it with Ezra, I take it. A and BB audits are there. AY and BB audits are there, sorry. 3 pies, 2 mashed liquor and jelly. Yeah, I can't have the jelly deals. Just can't. Yeah, I don't eat anything pretty much that swims apart from cod. I like a bit of fish and chips. These countries are worse during the pandemic. I do not want to even visit them now, would you? It's true, mate. Has anyone done it? Right, Paul's just said he will pop on now. How to send him a link. Right, Paul, you have to remember. Hang on, give me 1 second. Yes, I can do that. The only problem, Paul, I don't know how to do it. How can I send that to you? Give me a sec, guys. Hopefully you can still see me. I'm trying to just quickly do something while I'm talking to you. Let me see if I can send Paul a quick email. Hopefully, Paul, you're out of the bath by now. This is all a complete new setup to me. I've got a completely new system. Right, let's just paste that to... Let's see if this works. No, of course it's not working, is it? Why is this not working? Paul, I can't, mate. The up and all of it, mate, is I can't. I'll get Paul on next time, guys. Hold on 1 sec. Let's see if I can... There's no way of me doing it without me coming off this live stream. Paul wants to come on. He wants to talk about moving to Spain. But I can't... Paul, can you do me a favour? Just send me a blank email and then I can just reply to it. We'll try and do this while I'm still carrying on with the live. Let's see if we can get Paul on, shall we? Bear with me, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Paul, if you can still see that, mate, send me a quick email to my normal email address and I will get you on. Yeah, I'll come back to that in a second. Right, let's go back to your to the comments. Now I've lost all the comments now. Why have I done that? Comments, new comments. There we go. So I've lost my place now. We'll go back a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm going to have missed a few of these now. Jelly deals, yuck. Oh, Danny, was it you trying to phone in at the end of Paul's? Yes, it was. It was me and he kept rejecting it. He's going, it's a Spanish number and I'm going to reject it. Here in Northern Ireland last week, in the space of 16 minutes, a migrant was on 2 school grounds looking through windows and trying to get pictures of children. I can't say what I want to say. Yeah, I can't eat eels. Yeah, hopefully Paul's finished in the bath now because I certainly don't want him to come on in the bath. Apparently, Santanders in the UK are shut-in or shut. I'd imagine Spanish ones will probably too. Gary Waterman has 4 videos about it. Have you seen them? No, I've not. Very interesting, and it couldn't happen to a nicer bank. Anybody remember the food challenge program, Man vs. Food? I do indeed, with Adam Richman. Unbelievable to watch. It was, yeah, it actually hurt my stomach watching that. Can still see me. Yeah, sorry guys. As I say, I've lost my place. So I've gone right down. I've missed a load of people out now. So I'm really sorry if I've missed your comment. I was trying to go through them all, but as soon as I leave the comment, I get stuck. Post a link for Paul in the chat. I could do that. Let's see if he's replied to the thing. Give me 1 second. If I push the wrong button here, this just kills the vibe. Hold on. No, Paul hasn't sent. Yes, he has. Right. Right. Hold on, guys. Hopefully you can still see me. Reply. God, how unprofessional is this? Paul, I'm hoping that works, mate. Hoping that works, pal. Let me know. I don't even know when I'll see you. Text me when you're waiting in the back of the studio, mate. Oh, no. How bad is this? How unprofessional. As if we ever were professional, to be fair. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I appreciate that. But I hopefully will see him in a second. Let's see. Been on for 53 minutes. We've got 140 people watching. That'll shoot up when Paul comes on. They'll like to see him, not me. I'm trying to go back to where I was. Right, Danny, the first 2 minutes of the show was the best. Right, okay, I'm not letting him on. I'll tell you what, he's out of order, right? He's put me onto this blooming software that I'm using now. I've never got on with it. He knows I've never got on with it. Let me know if you're... Oh, hold on, what's this? Copy. Hold on. It's like a comedy show, this, isn't it? Hold on. Paul, I think I've just sent you a StreamYard link to get right. Let's try and do another one. Right. Oh, we need to plan this a little bit better, mate. Right. Come on, serious face on now. Right, reply. Paul, I've definitely sent you the right link now. If I haven't already sent the right link to you. Right. Don't say, oh God, how awful is this? Right. Now, all I've got to do now is try and work it out. There he is. Right, I'm going to add him to the show. Hold on, guys.
Hey!
Hey, sorry, mate. I wasn't expecting that, and I've never added anyone to my show during the live, which was a bit
Dan,
much.
I'm sorry for stressing you out, mate. I didn't mean to do that.
You've hijacked me, mate. You've hijacked me. How are you, all right?
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, Joanne, I've put the email in the chat. My email address. Send me an email and we'll talk.
Can you re-put that in the chat, Paul?
It's difficult now. I'm on the live.
Okay, all right, no problem.
But
It'll be on the chat somewhere, guys. You have to I'll try and find it. I was sort of trying to get through everyone, but yeah, go on. Carry on, mate.
So I'm having a cigarette, mate, so...
Carry on. At least you're out of the bath.
No, do you know what? A few people asking about moving to Spain tonight.
Yeah.
And ironically, I spent half a day on the phone to my accountant out here. Bloody hell.
Speaks English?
Headache.
Mate, it is an headache.
Yeah,
it is an headache.
If anyone said they wanted to move to Spain right now, what I'd do is I'd advise them to sell their property in the UK and use part of that as a mortgage, as a down payment on a mortgage. I don't think I'd buy outright.
Okay. Is there any reason you've said that?
Yeah, but I think you get more tax benefits if you've got a mortgage.
Okay. One thing I would say, if you're going to move to Spain and you sell your house, say you sold it this year, don't move to Spain and become a resident in the same year. If that makes sense. Yeah. It has to be a different financial year because otherwise you'd be subject, I believe, to capital gains tax
on the
On the
profit of your
sale
house.
of your house, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I
you
mean,
move to Spain the same year.
I think the other thing is if anything happens to you while you're here,
Yeah.
and the bottom line is, I would do it a different way.
Right.
Given
Okay.
my, you know, what happened was when we come here, we rented for a couple of months,
Yeah.
and you know, having sold my place back in the UK, I bought a place here. But do you know what? Now I wish I wished I'd mortgaged it,
Right.
to
Okay.
be honest.
Okay.
But that'll be my advice. So if you sell your house in the UK and it's worth, say, I don't know, let's say it's worth 350 grand, which in the south of England is not a lot. In
No.
north of England, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Say the average, I don't know, 350,000. If you use half that as a deposit,
Yeah.
but bearing in mind you've got to put 10% on purchase tax.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, Paul. It's a lot
Yeah,
of
and then
money.
you've got all the associated bills. You've got your visas. It's not. It's quite difficult to do now and expensive.
Yeah. It's not cheap at all, is it?
And then when you get here, I mean, I've had to change my driving licenses. You have to get your NIE number. You have to get your TIE number. It's all grief and money. I mean, luckily it's all done now for me. But I've got to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to do it again.
No, I've said exactly the same thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I've said exactly the same thing, Paul. It's not as easy. A lot of people say, "Oh, have you got any jobs going in your restaurants?" Well, yeah, sometimes we have, but we can't just employ someone from the UK because you can't. You've got to have the proper paperwork, the
Yeah,
proper visas,
yeah.
and we get people come and check.
And they're hot on it as well.
And we get fined. I mean, I'll let you into a little story, right? And people won't believe this. Sophie, I was quite ill, and I was at home. This was going back 18 months ago, right? In my restaurant. Sophie jumped in. She was upstairs in her restaurant because the restaurants are quite close. She was upstairs in her restaurant. She come down to my restaurant. It was chaos in there. They said, we've got to stop serving because we haven't got knives and forks and stuff. She went, oh my God, dived behind and started washing up. The social people come in, said, right, everyone stop. We need to see everyone's contracts and visas, like straight away. They don't wait. Sophie then said, we've got some more people in the kitchen, and they followed her into the kitchen. Everyone had to show them their ID and their contracts there and then. We was busy as anything. They don't care about that. Anyway, Sophie wasn't down to work in the restaurant on that day because it's my restaurant and her restaurant, right? And she wasn't allowed to work in my restaurant because she wasn't contracted. But she had come down. We was either going to have to stop serving for half an hour to get on top, or she was going to jump on and just quickly do a bit of washing up.
Yeah.
And she was standing there doing washing up when the social come in. They got her to sign a bit of paper. A week later, I got a fine for €4,500.
Wow.
€4,500 because my partner, my wife, if you want to call it that, who have got a child with, who've lived together for God knows how long, was doing a bit of washing up because the restaurant was going to have to close. She wasn't getting paid for it.
And it'd be a lot cheaper to buy a dishwasher.
No, but she was running it through the dishwasher, but it was just getting it in there. But mate, $4,500.
That's crazy.
We appealed it and got it down to 2.5. But we paid the 2.5. And if you don't, they put an embargo on your bank, and they'll just take it, mate. They'll just take it from your bank.
The tax situation there is not the best, to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's a small price to pay for the safety and the peace of mind, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if you've been following it, Paul. I've just been hit with another tax on my car.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's either pay it, I've got 10 days. It's taken them 9 months to come back to me, but I've got 10 days to say yes or no. If I say no, they're going to say, right, you're going to have to export the car back to the UK. And if I say yes, I've got to pay it. And of course, I've not allowed for it in my budget. I mean, you know, I don't really keep money in the bank. As soon as it comes in, it's sort of invested or spent on something.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I've decided today to keep it. So there you go.
Yeah, no, it's a nice thing to have. I mean, I would say, you know, I've done all, you know, you know me, Danny, I've done all that in my life, you know, when I was in the watch business. But these days, I just want everything nice and simple.
That's the way, to be fair.
You know,
that's
I like
the easy
it all
way,
simple.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it nice and simple. You know, we managed to buy ourselves a nice place here. I mean, look, I've been working all my life, 50 years I've been grafting. We had a lovely property back at home.
Yeah.
which was worth a lot of money. So when we sold that, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have bought a place out here, a nice place. But honestly, you can buy in Spain. You can buy a nice, depending on what area you move to, you can buy a really nice villa for what? Depends what your situation is. I mean, if
And
I
where
was
you
on my
are,
own,
where you are
yeah, and
as
where
well.
you are. I mean, if I was living on my own, Danny, that little studio
Oh,
apartment I
mate.
rented I loved it.
It
I
was
loved
out of
that
this
job.
world, weren't it? Absolutely out of this world.
€100,000.
Yeah, and it was out of this world. I
I
could have
loved
sat
it.
there when we sat there and had a drink and looked out over the sea. It was just beautiful, weren't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I completely go along with that. That would have done me if I was on my own.
And the old boy
Absolutely.
upstairs above us was a
Yeah,
viewer to my channel. I think he was in his 80s, late
yeah.
80s. And he just comes over from England now and again and stays in his apartment for a couple of weeks.
What a better way? Do you know what I mean? The
100,000
views,
euros
mate. The views were out of this world.
straight over
Absolutely.
Benidorm Beach.
Yeah, it was beautiful, weren't it? But yet it felt that you was away from it. It was all quiet. You could see it all, but it was just silent, weren't it?
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, I mean, so depending, I mean, if you're on your own, €100,000, €125,000, buy you a nice little beachside studio apartment. If you need somewhere bigger, you can buy a 2-3 bedroom place for like €300,000, 250.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, it's not gonna,
there's 2 bedroom villas where the restaurants are. There's 2 bedroom villas there, and they are around €70,000 for a 2 bedroom
really,
villa.
really.
€70,000.
But
Yeah.
down there is, I think it's a bit cheaper than where I am, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper for sure. It really is, noticeably. Are people allowed to complete paperwork in the UK, ready to be able to work in Spain? I'm guessing you can. You could probably apply for your visa prior to
Well,
coming
that
over.
would depend on what visa you apply for,
Yes. Yeah.
because there's 2 or 3 different types of visas. I
Yeah.
mean, we it's annoying because we just missed out on the golden visa by a month.
Yeah.
1 month we
Yeah,
missed
they've
out.
stopped that now, haven't they?
We
It used to
stopped it,
be
yeah.
that if you invested £500,000 or euros, I can't remember what it was. Is it
Euros,
pounds? Was it
euros.
euros? So €500,000, so basically 430 grand. If you invested that in Spain, you was guaranteed to have a visa, and that went on for years. But they've stopped it. This is where things are starting to change. You know, better to bypass Spain and just go to Portugal, in my opinion. Not just a better country, but more straightforward than Spain. I don't know enough about Portugal, to be fair. I know
No, I
it's a lovely
don't.
country. I know it's
Yeah,
a
a lot
lovely
of people
country.
go down there though.
Yeah, yeah, I know it's a lovely
I've got to be
country.
honest, I like the Spanish people. I don't know what the Portuguese are like, but the Spanish people, I find them to be really nice.
Absolutely. You know, I've made a lot of Spanish friends now. A lot of Spanish friends. I'm going to coffee with 2 different Spanish people tomorrow morning. 2 different guys, not connected in any way. They don't know each other, and we're all meeting down in a local coffee shop with
Yeah.
Archie. He's coming up there with me.
But they
Well,
ask for them, do they have their pictures taken with you, Dan?
I am a bit of a celeb. No, you're joking, ain't you, mate? They'll say to me, "When's Paul coming down? We want to have a picture taken with him."
Yeah, I'll bet.
I said he won't slum it and come up this way, mate. He's in the posh area.
Yeah.
What happens if someone dies and you own a Spanish property? Is it difficult if you wanted to leave it to the kids back in the UK probate laws? Right, so you've got to have 2 different wills. Funny enough, I've got it on my phone to do a video on this. Having a UK will isn't enough. If you've got a Spanish property, you need to have a Spanish will as well, because it needs to coincide with your UK will. So it's
Mirror.
really, really important. Yeah, it's got to be a mirror, because basically the rules are slightly different. As I understand it, if you haven't got the proper will in Spain, it gets left to your eldest son, as I understand it. That's a rule of thumb. As I understand, that might have changed, but that's what I last heard. So Archie
That's
will
the
be
only
right.
downside, I would say, Dan, since I've been here. The only downside that I find is the paperwork and the rigmarole is probably worse than the UK.
Yeah, I mean, I've not made it public, and it's actually finished yesterday. But I had a tax inquiry for my 2022 affairs in the UK in Spain. So they've
Really?
inquired about what's gone on in the UK in 2022. It's only just finished. It's gone on for about 2 or 3 weeks. I had to get some papers translated and stuff. Anyway, they come back yesterday, said, yeah, that's fine, lovely, end of. So there's nothing, there's no further, nothing. But It is confusing, mate. You've got to be on top of it, especially if you're working out here. But that was before I had the restaurants. I didn't have the restaurants in 2022. So I was inquiring about my income from 2022. Now, whether the car's flagged it, because obviously I'm trying to register a reasonably high value car, maybe that's put some flags up and that's why they've queried it. I don't know. But there you go. There you go. Interesting. Not to buy outright. I will look into that. I will keep I'll be keeping my house in the UK for a while. Sammy, that's okay. The only problem you've got is if you do come over to Spain and you're working, or depending on the visa you've got, you would have to declare your worldwide assets here. Now, when you end up selling that, if you was a Spanish resident, you would pay a capital gain on your UK house if you made money on it. If you bought it for 400 and sold it for 420, you wouldn't, because you've got your legal cost that you can offset against it and everything. But if you bought it for 100 grand and sold it for 500 grand, that's a 400 grand gain. And at the moment, we've got the budget coming in the UK, but at the moment, you can sell your own house without paying any capital gain. Whereas here you can't. You would get a capital gain if you sold your main residence. So it's just something to bear in mind, Sammy, for you. But
I think the first thing is, you know what? Before you do anything now, really, you got to get your visa.
Yes. Yeah. And I would speak to a legal person before you come over, an accountant, to say, look, this is what we're planning on doing. What's your advice? Because to be fair, for the €100 it would cost you to speak to a legal person, it could well save you an awful lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, it's just worth doing a bit of research before.
But the lifestyle here is just, it's on a different level.
Amazing, isn't it?
Different level. I mean, here we are. What's the date today?
21st of October.
21st.
Paul, it was a year ago today. I don't know if you watched the whole show, but it was a year ago today. You was watching because you said the first 2 minutes was the best.
Yeah.
But it's a year ago today. I travelled back with Tommy.
Yeah, I saw it.
When he come through, because it was obviously.
I couldn't hear it, but I could see it.
You did hear it in the end, didn't you? You could hear what he was saying.
Chuckling.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear me chuckling?
No, sadly not at the time. It's all kicking off in the Republic of Ireland after the incident that happened to a very young girl. Yes. Not good, mate. Not good at all.
Yeah.
They've got it sorted in Spain. To a certain extent, yeah, they have, haven't they? You know, the police, like you've said before on your show, and I've said on mine, the police are always around the schools when it's, going in and coming out.
I love that.
Do you know, it's not to protect the children from anything. It's to make sure that the traffic doesn't go fast. And it's, just to keep an eye, make sure that everyone's crossing the road properly and no one's messing around. And as you say, it's a nice thing to have armed police standing at the gates of your kids.
Well, it just shows you how much they value the kids, Danny.
Absolutely. Family is everything here, mate.
And that means a lot to me, to see children being valued like they should be valued is just very nice.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Gianni says, Paul, I think the hassle is worth the better quality of life out there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, to be fair, as I've got older, I've got a bit. I think it's a condition. Some people might just say it's laziness, but I actually can't cope with paperwork anymore.
No, neither can I. I used to be able to do it.
I can't cope with it.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm dyslexic. Like I bought a unit yesterday, just like a bedside cabinet.
Yeah.
I looked at the instructions and I'll tell you what, I'd rather go to the dentist and have a couple of teeth pulled than put it together. I can't deal with instructions and paperwork and.
No, I can't. I think we're just lazy. No,
do you know what? I just can't. I can't do it, honestly. I mean, I'd rather. I don't know. My wife ended up doing it in the end. Bless her. She's good at doing that stuff.
I bought a chest for the guest house recently. Say recently. It was about 6 or 7 months ago. It's only been put together about 3 weeks ago, and a friend of mine come over and done it. I can't do it. I actually can't do it. I mean, I know I'm useless. I'm useless at that type of thing. I really am. I'm type of that sort of stuff. I heard that just after Paul moved to Spain, he was able to become a resident. Spain has now stopped this, and residency is now not allowed to non-EU citizens. Depends on the residency. Go on, Paul, I'll let you answer that one.
I don't know about. I mean,
Well, you
we
didn't
got
get the
a
golden
house.
visa. You didn't get the
No,
golden visa.
no, I've got a digital nomad visa, which means I could work remotely.
As long as you don't work in Spain, isn't it, I think?
No, I can work. Well, I've got to work in Spain because that's where I live.
Yeah, no, I meant like you can't get paid in Spain.
Oh, physical
Yeah.
work. I can't sort of go and get a job.
You know, in a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't go and work for a company, but I'm allowed to work for myself digitally,
Yeah.
which is exactly what I do.
Yeah, exactly that.
So that's fine. Then you get your NIE number, which is like your national insurance number, and then you get your TIE number, which is like your residency card.
Which is pretty much like what they're trying to introduce in the UK, but not digital, isn't it? I mean, everything's... we have to use our NIE for everything, don't we? Our TIE card.
They took me fingerprints and my eye retina thing and that, But look, I'm a guest here, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know,
If
I'll
it was
do
your own
you know.
country, you'd feel a bit different about it.
Well, look, Danny, my philosophy is this, right? It'd be very hypocritical to come here as an immigrant and start moaning.
Yeah.
So whatever they throw at me, I'll just swallow it because I go by their rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
that's
get that.
if I don't like it, tough shit. I've got to go home.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. Exactly that.
So, I come here to start waving my flags. I have a flag here, but it's indoors. I'm not going to force myself and
You're
my
okay
beliefs on
as long as you
people.
put a Spanish flag up with it, Paul. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That the Spanish actually don't mind you putting your own flag up at all, as long as there's a Spanish flag with it. And why shouldn't they? I mean, at the end of the day,
Well,
we're in
I think it's
Spain.
Danny, I think it's just respectful.
So do I. I'd more than happy put a Spanish flag up here.
You
I'd be more than happy to.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't think I'd do that. But I'd rather just not fly anything, And at the end of the day, like I said, for me, it's all about respect.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my best to learn the language, which is not going as well as it should do. But my wife's doing all right. But
Yeah, Sophie's doing pretty well. She can pretty much have a conversation there in
Yeah, I
Spanish.
know,
I
I've heard
can't.
them.
I just can't. I can't do it. Can't do it. No
the
matter how hard
big
I
problem
try.
is they speak so fast.
I guess we do though as well, don't we?
Yeah, but I mean, even when I tell you what, I find a bit frustrating. You order something, right, and they can't understand you, and they're going, "What's that? What's that?" And then they repeat what you said, and that sounds exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't understand the way I've said it. But I mean, look, my little granddaughter's coming on well. That's so cute to hear her speak a bit of Spanish, But yeah, I mean, next week I've got my other granddaughter coming over, another one,
that'd be
so
nice.
I'm dead excited about that. So
Oh, good on you,
yeah,
mate.
that'd be a nice week.
Crammy says, what months does the tax year run between in Spain? Well, it's the 1st of January to the 31st of December, as it should be everywhere, not the 5th of April. Do you know what I mean?
And they do it in quarters as well, don't they?
Yes, yeah. Every 3 months, we have to do our returns every 3 months, which is coming in the UK, everyone, just to let you all know. That's coming. Next
I've
year,
been
it's coming
doing
for
that.
landlords.
I've been doing that for ages anyway, back at home. So
Have you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've not. Until now, it's been yearly. But next year, for me, it will be quarterly, which is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. Do you know what it is? You're also going to be paying a proportionate amount of yearly tax every quarter, because that just helps their cash flow, doesn't it? They've not got to wait until the end of January every year to get their big lump of money in, because they're skint for the rest of the year. So if it's coming in 4 times a year... I'm biased. Tina has spent a lot of time in Portugal, but in the top 10 safest countries in the world, and has been for a long time. True Finder, not sure. I'm on TR, Paul, Danny, and Trevor. Call MC. Trevor is an ex-soldier, military cross from Northern Ireland. Okay, you got that one, Paul? I'm a bit confused by that one.
yeah, got it.
Daniel, can't remember where I heard, but someone recommended Portugal. That's not me as the Daniel. That was somebody that put it up originally. I'd buy a canal boat if I moved to Spain. Yeah, that's not a bad place.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something else, right? This is a bit left field. I'll tell you about that in a minute, Mouse Charger.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else you could do and all, right? There are the most beautiful mobile home parks here.
Yeah.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Again, if I was on my own or just me and my wife, I'd buy like an RV
Yeah.
and just travel around.
Yeah.
I mean, what a life that'd be.
Yeah, I've got a pal that come over from the UK. I met him for the movement, come over from the UK, and he lives in his camper home. So he parks up near where he works, so he's got no travelling expenses. He then, when he's finished a contract, he comes over to Spain for a couple of months, 3 months, whatever, just drives over. It's only him and his dog.
Yeah.
And he just, he gets his money, comes over, parks up. If he don't like his neighbours, he moves to a different park, And it's solar. He's got his own bits and bobs that he does, and he's got the life. He really has. Obviously, family, if you've got kids and stuff, you can't do that sort of stuff because they need schooling. You've always got homeschooling, but I don't know whether that's particularly good for them, to be fair.
Yeah, there is an NHS, the equivalent. I mean, me and my wife, probably the same as Danny, we qualify for national health care here, so we can go to the hospital and get free health care, but we've chosen to pay for ours, so we pay private. Did you pay private health care, Danny?
I did until we started the restaurants. Then what we do, both myself and Sophie pay €320 a month each into the system. That's for our pension and our healthcare. Now, it doesn't matter how much you earn, you have to pay that $320 a month. If you're self-employed, obviously if the business shut down, you'd cancel that, and then we'd still stay in the system because we paid into it for so long. So we've got basically normal healthcare here, but the healthcare here is very, very, very good and very fast.
Why is only €87 a month, Danny?
Yours is €87 a month for healthcare.
Autonomo.
For Autonomo, yeah, it is for the first 2 years, and then it goes to $320.
Yeah, cool.
So it's basically to launch a new business. It's for the first 2 years, it's 80 odd euros a month, and then it goes to 300 odd, which is a little bit heavy, to be fair, especially if there's the two of you. If you're married, that's okay because you only pay it for the one person and that covers your whole family. So that would cover you, your wife, and any young dependent children. Our
private health care is €360 a month.
Well, that's not too bad, is it? Because you got private and that's cheaper than the Autonomo, effectively. But you probably won't need the private health care once your Autonomo's up and running.
Danny, to be honest with you, I'd rather, like I said, I'm here as a guest. I want to be a good guest, So,
yeah, but you're contributing to the system and you're also paying into a pension there as well, Paul, with that 87 a month. Anyway, yeah,
I suppose so.
Gianni says, depending on what visa you apply for, you can sort it out in the Spanish consulate, London or Manchester. That's very true. You can apply for it before you go. I don't know about as far as jobs is concerned, but yeah, you can definitely apply for your visa before you go. So you can get a non-lucrative visa quite easily that way. Obviously, if you want a lucrative visa where you can work out here, it's considerably more paperwork and more hassle. Don't they have any gas there? Did you know that the UK have been possibly fooling, scamming UK citizens? Apparently, utilities are included in taxes and so is council tax. I've not heard of that, but that's an interesting topic. We do have gas in Spain, but it's only bottled gas. So I don't personally use gas or oil. Some places use oil burners for their heating and stuff, for their hot water. I don't. I've got solely electric and I've got solar. So, the solar runs. We've lost Paul. I don't know what happened there. Paul's just decided to disappear. That's not me that's kicked him out, everyone. I don't know whether his battery's run out or his internet's gone down. 'Cause we are having a bit of aggro with internet this today. Hopefully he'll be back on in a second. Let's have a little look. All right, lads, I'm in Northern Ireland. I can hold an Irish passport or British passport if I had an Irish one. Paul's back now, guys. I will bring him back. Would I still need a visa? Lost you there, mate.
My battery on my phone ran out on the laptop.
Oh, that's all right. All right, lads, I'm in Northern Ireland. I hold a British Irish one. If I had an Irish one, would I still need a visa? No, if you're in the EU, no, you're okay. You can travel freely, can't you? So you should be all right, mate.
Straight
Has
over.
videos about it, Gianni VB. Right. That's just a reply to Gianni. I'm not knocking the Spanish people of the country. It's just their religions. Regulations. Sorry. Getting old and getting tired. I need my glasses on, Paul. Portugal are UK's oldest ally, over 600 years. Yeah, there is regulations here, and they can be a little bit of red tape here, to be fair.
And you have to have, there's a question there about criminal records. You have to have a clean criminal record.
Is that right? I didn't see the criminal record one, mate. I'm probably well behind in the chat. I think I've seen you on TR and Paul Thorpe's channel then. Martin McDowell. I'm not sure if he's been on your channel, Paul, at some stage, maybe one of the phone-ins.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Spot on, mate. No, it's all still the same property, is inherited in the first. Yeah, so basically, if you die and you haven't got a will, it's inherited by the first male child. So just everyone needs to bear that in mind if they don't want it going to their eldest son. But it's definitely worth doing a Spanish will. Hi, lads. Did that not happen to the Liverpool player and his brother who died in a car crash, and all his money, I think, went to his family and not his wife? I don't know about that, Martin, but I did hear about the Liverpool player that died in a car crash.
He was Portuguese, wasn't he? Not Spanish.
Yes, he was Portuguese, wasn't he? But did that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. I'm sorry. Someone says yes, it did. Oh no, that's the same guy. That's Martin. I'm getting a bit confused with the old chat here, mate. This ain't as easy as it looks, Paul, is it?
No.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Danny, wait till you start taking the phone in.
No, mate. I'm going to leave that for a while. Martin, I assume Irish passport just means freedom to travel in EU countries, not for work or residency visas. Don't know.
No, if you've got an Irish passport,
yeah,
you can come here and work.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I would think there would be an age limit for mortgage like in the UK. Paul, is that the case?
Not sure, Danny.
No.
Because, obviously, she didn't ask me how old I was.
No. She could just tell you was young enough for it, mate.
Yeah.
Not that I would want an Irish one, as I'm born in Northern Ireland and I'm British and proud of my country. Yeah, I'll get that, mate. I couldn't stand the heat in Spain unless it's cooler up in the north. Well, it is cooler in the north. A lot cooler, considerably cooler. But when you move to Spain, pretty much you move here for the weather. The only problem is, and Paul's had his first real summer here now, it is too much, isn't it?
Intense.
And it knocks you out, doesn't it?
Yeah, there were days when there were days in the summer where I went to bed in the afternoon because I was just knackered.
It does take it out of you, mate. What did you get there, Paul? Where you are? What sort of temperature? What was your highest temperature you had?
Well, I'm in old money. You don't understand it.
Well, you're in Fahrenheit, aren't you?
Yeah, 110.
What's that? About 42?
Something like that. I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, we get a little bit hotter where we are. We're in the Calida area, and it does get hot. It really does. Do they look after the elderly like young children?
Yes.
Well, that's one for Paul, really, isn't it?
You'd be surprised how many...
That's gone on deaf ears, everyone.
You see a lot of older men here, more older couples. The men seem to live longer.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I do. Then there's no Greg's, is there, here? So that's probably why.
Yeah. Trouble is, wherever you go, it's tax and paperwork. Looking forward to the budget coming up. Now, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it, Claire Bear? How are you, Claire?
Evening, Claire.
Yeah, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Because I think they're going to go after the landlord as well, which is not going to be pretty for me.
Yeah. Mate, they are coming after everything because they've got to give it to someone else.
What is it I heard today? They're
Have you seen
borrowing.
how much they're borrowing?
Yeah, wasn't it 80 billion in the first 6
Mate,
months of
it's the highest level since the lockdown.
The problem is they can't afford the repayments as it is, so they are now having to borrow to
Borrow
make the
more.
repayments.
Yeah.
That only leads to one.
Bankruptcy.
Well, that's it, isn't it? At the end of the day, if you continuously remortgage your house,
They're
eventually,
bankrupt in the country.
yeah, that's
They're
exactly what's
bankrupt
happening.
in the country.
Yeah,
And the only way you can avoid bankrupts in the country is by stealing everyone's money.
yeah, yeah. I don't know whether it's just a UK thing, though, Paul. I think there's a lot of Europe that's doing the same thing. They seem to be waking up quicker in Europe, though.
Danny, the reason it's the same across Europe is because we've had the same sort of governments.
Yeah, socialist governments. I'll have to excuse these because I'm not reading these before I'm putting them up, but you're the same as me. I did have a UK one, but it's out of date now and no money to get another one. When I can, I'll go to the UK first, obviously, as I wouldn't want to be stuck without one. I can't really understand where that's from. Sorry, guys. True Finder, there are plenty of videos on the island. Caleta de Fusti is a lot more popular for Brits. I speak Spanish, so I can live anywhere. From Gianni. I'm a big fan of Danny Clear. Thank you, Farty Pants. It's our age, definitely. I'm the same. Can't do paperwork. I get brain fog just looking at it. That's a good explanation, to be fair.
I'll get pea soup fog looking at it.
Where are we? Buy gold. Invest in gold.
It's had a bit of a crash today.
It has. Well, they say a crash, Paul. It's only 5%. It's a little correction. It can't keep going. I mean, the other day it went up 2.5% in one day. So really, it's 2 days of increase. It's just dropped back down. It'll come back. I'm pretty confident it'll come back. I think there is an organisation that you can do everything for you regarding moves abroad. Probably costly, but worth it if you have the funds.
That's what I did.
Is that what you've done? Yeah. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Absolutely.
There you go. Paul, thank you for the information about the visas and work.
No problem, Maureen.
There we go. We'll get a political one. Go on. Why not get the return dinghy back from France? No papers required. Paul, the reason it sounds fast is they use more words than we do.
Yeah.
I think their vocabulary is a lot wider, isn't it?
I don't know, mate, but sometimes when they speak, they start a machine gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like, brrr,
Yeah.
slow down,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm never going to understand it, mate. I'm just not. I'm resigned to the fact that I am too stupid to learn it. I wish the people coming into the UK would think like you, pair. It's true. That's going back to the flag thing, Paul. I think where, you know, we're not trying to take over here. We're not trying to change anything, you know.
No, I'm a guest.
Yeah, exactly that. And I know it as well. I know I'm a guest here. Danny, at least you and Paul respect the way the Spanish do things. It's exactly that. I mean, I'm so behind with the chat here, guys. I'm going to have to go
There's
down
a
a little
question
bit.
there. Someone saying, which organisation did I use? It was a company called MoveWise.
There you go.
MoveWise. They did it all for me.
Got a couple of super chats to get through. Paul, are you going to open a business or just retire? Cheers, mate, from Northern Ireland.
Not sure yet. See, if I start to get bored, then I'll have to do something. But you know what I do now is my living. I mean, I like doing what I do. But it doesn't matter where you are in life. You've always got to earn money. You know, I mean, it's like I've got like so many things, so many people to try and help look after. So, I've got to do something with my life.
Yeah. And Paul, same from Martin again. It was nice to speak to you on your channel. I believe he called into you.
Yeah, cheers, mine.
And another one. Thanks, Paul. I was speaking to you on the phone call regarding UK standing in Northern Ireland and Richard standing in standing in Northern Ireland. Yeah.
I remember mine.
Cheers, Martin. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate that. Where are we? We'll give it another 5 minutes or so, guys. Because I know Paul looks a bit knackered now. He's had his bath. He's in sleep mode. Hi, Peacekeeper, mate. How are you? I'm just going to try and get to somewhere near the bottom of these chats, guys, because there's red tape employers. The red tape employs a lot of people. It's very true. I take it you mean the social system. Like, yeah, there's an awful lot of... I can't believe the amount of inspectors that we can get in the restaurants. We get social inspectors, health and hygiene, and you get the people to come in and check on your licenses, that you're doing everything right. We have people come in and check temperatures on our fridges. You wouldn't believe it. But it's all good. I mean, it is giving people jobs. The other thing I'll just quickly point out is you can't go to a supermarket in Spain and buy paracetamol. You have to go to a chemist for that. So it's keeping businesses separate, which is a good thing. In my opinion, you know, to be able to keep a pharmacy going and a super... Because otherwise the supermarkets just take over, don't they? They sell car insurance. They sell bloody, you know, electricity contracts. They sell everything. I mean, here, like I say, you cannot buy medicine or anything like that in a supermarket. You have to go to a pharmacist.
Yeah, like back in the UK, if you want Lemsip, you can go to a petrol station and get it. You can't do that here.
Yeah. You have to go to a pharmacy. Chaps, our government are doing things I can't say. We should all brace ourselves. Worrying times ahead. When's the election? When's not the election? The budget. Next month.
Next month, isn't it?
Yeah, November sometime.
Yeah.
My local council has suddenly resigned. Hope to see someone stand for Advance UK at the election. Let's hope so.
That'd be good. Nice one, Sharon. She's contacted Sarah. Well done.
Well done, mate. Sarah's done all right, hasn't she? She got a nice few people off your channel. She's probably got 2 off of mine tonight. Because I've only got a small channel, mate. Only got a small channel. Danny, it wouldn't be Danny Live if you weren't behind with the comments. Yeah, sorry, guys. As I say, I'll try and get rid of all... because obviously, for Paul, it's impossible. He gets 6,000-7,000 comments in a live. I get probably 300 or 400, 500 sometimes. It's just easier for me to try and go down one by one. So I'll try and let everyone get their say.
It's actually a lot more relaxing, to be fair.
Yeah, sometimes when it's flying in, you just got to pluck one out of the air, haven't you? Another good comment there. You can't get cigarettes in supermarkets out here. So, yeah, go to cigarette machines and stuff like that, I believe. And the tobacconists, that's what I'm saying. It's keeping independent businesses going, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know? There you go. You've got pharmacies and tobacconists that now... They've got separate businesses that you go to. All right, it's maybe not quite so convenient. It's nice to just go straight to, I don't know, straight to a supermarket and do everything. But yeah, it's just keeping business well. And at the moment, the economy in Spain seems to be thriving. So I'm hearing.
Mad.
Yeah, it's been a really busy year. We're well busy at the moment.
Yeah. What's all the Brits coming?
Yeah, there's a lot of Brits coming here. Yeah, there is. Evening, lads. Nice to see Paul showing his face on your channel, Danny. Yeah, I haven't been on Paul's channel so much lately, guys, because you know why. I'm trying to sort of slip under the radar with the old political stuff, and Paul's picked it back up to a certain extent.
Danny, listen, you ain't going to slip under the radar, because when you go back to the UK, I'm going to be on the phone at border control.
He's there. He's there. Yeah, the thing is, mate, when I go back, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to go. I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, leave that one. Where are we? Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring it to a close. Is there anything you want to say, Paul? Anything you want to plug on the 177 people that are watching? Bit small for your channel.
Oh, Shoaib's in the chat. Evening, Shoaib.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't see him. Shoaib, how are you, mate?
Not at all, mate. Not at all.
No.
No, Dan, I'm off to bed in a minute. I don't know about you, but it's gone midnight, so.
Yeah, it has now, isn't it? It's gone midnight here as well, isn't it? Where are we? Yes, just gone midnight. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Sorry that Paul's come on a little bit late. As I say, he had to have his bath and wash behind his ears and stuff before his wife had let him come on tonight. But
I just enjoy watching you struggle. You know?
Mate, I was really struggling. You saw the beginning.
Yeah,
first 2 minutes was really good.
There's people in the chat going, Danny, no sound, and you're waffling away.
I learnt from the best. I learnt from the best, Paul. What can I say?
That was funny.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
The clocks go back the weekend, don't they?
This weekend coming.
Is it back or forward? It's no good asking you, is it?
My phone just does it on its own. Do you know what I mean? I just wake up when it tells me to wake up. But yeah, I don't know.
Cheers,
but thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. If you haven't already done it, give us a thumbs up. And also go over to Paul's channel if you're watching this on a replay. At Paul Thorpe Official, innit? At Paul Thorpe Official. Yeah, pop over, give him a sub.
Paul Thorpe Official Pillock.
Yeah, but you can leave the pillock bit off. It just comes up with a pillock bit at the end in brackets. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.
Take care.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye, mate. Bye.